So, welcome to this practice today, which is for those days when we have a really achy back. As we get older, of course, it's a great benefit growing old, it's a great privilege, but our body doesn't always act the way we would like it to. And lower back pain is so common, especially for those of us that now work from home, which is much more likely post-pandemic. So, I invite you to begin this practice lying down on your back. And if, as you practice, you have back pain, it's advisable to keep your knees bent. So just roll the shoulders back, ever so gently tuck the chin, and place one hand to your heart and one hand to your tummy. And again, if your back is in pain now, you might even want to bring your knees together as well. So just knock the knees. And just take a moment now to land, to take a really full, deep, spacious breath through both nostrils. And then breathe away all the moments before this moment. And there's a quote from Pema Chodron, the Buddhist monk: "This very body we have, with its aches and pleasures, is exactly what we need to be fully human, fully alive, fully awake." But that's not to take away, of course, the misery of when we are in pain, but just acknowledging what it is right now to be in your human body. And can you consciously deepen your breath? So if we have any pain, it tends to predominate. That's all we focus on. Can we perhaps focus in our bodies what feels good today? And often when we're in pain, our breath is a bit raspy, a bit agitated. Can we consciously use our breath to perhaps manage those strong sensations? Deeply breathing through the nose. Breathing out, if you can, through the nose. So breath can be used as a painkiller. Can you just consciously now deepen the next 5 rounds of breath? And if right now we are suffering, very often our emotions are not at ease either. So just acknowledging your whole human experience. And can you trust that whatever it is you're feeling, this will pass? So a gentle practice today to ease out the lower back. Let's start moving with that breath now. So as we lie down, we're going to bring that right knee in towards you now. And as long as your back's okay, extend your left leg away from you and spread those left toes. Gently now move that right thigh side to side, just exploring the hips, because very often tight hips can lead to lower back pain. And then just take the gentlest of twists. We're going to bring that right knee across the midline of the body and extend the right arm away from you. And as you gaze towards the right thumb, keep pressing into the left heel and take a full breath in. As you breathe out, just drop that right shoulder a little closer to the earth. And now one more full breath. And then come onto your back. So now interlace the palms behind the back of the right knee and just pump the joints. As you breathe in, straighten the leg. As you exhale, you bend. You can sometimes hear kind of crackly noises here. That's the tissue rehydrating. And now we're going to bend the left knee to the floor, foot on the floor. Take the right foot just below the left knee. Make a little triangle shape with your legs. And now draw that left thigh in towards you. So a really good one again for easing out the back and the sciatic nerve. Can you just sway a little bit side to side? And now drop that left foot down, lengthen the right leg away from you, and now the left. Just see already if anything's shifted. You might feel that your right leg is longer. So now we better do the other side so we don't limp. So let's bring that left knee in, hold behind the left knee, just gently move the knee side to side, easing into the hip. Always watch the breath. We want it to be really slow, really smooth. And now with your right hand, just ease that left knee away from you as you bring and extend that left leg arm away, and take a deep, deep breath into the left lung this time. Keep flexing the right foot. So what we do with our feet does impact on our back. So special awareness to the feet today. Now let's come on to the back. We're going to bend the right knee and take the left foot just below the right knee. So you might stay here, pressing that left knee away from you, or draw the right thigh in. And again, just a slow rock. And we can use our body weight as a little massage tool for the lower back. So let's just explore that now. Let's take the feet back again and bring the knees in towards your chest and put all the weight on your lumbar spine. So this is where most of us have back pain. As women, this is where we're most vulnerable for osteoporosis. But let's get into the middle of the back now. Can you take your head and shoulders as if you're about to kiss the knee? Now put a little bit more weight on the middle of the back. And now take the head and shoulders down and lift the bum a little bit more as we sort of rock and put a little bit more body weight in the upper back. Just get to know what you can do to ease out. And then we're just going to come to a seat. If your back's really hurting today, then press yourself up. Otherwise, let's just rock forward and back a little bit. And come to a cross-leg position. Roll the shoulders back. Take the fingers behind you and just visualize your lower back now. As you press into your fingers, lift your lower back up and just ease the chest to the sky. Take a deep breath into the heart. Pause at the top there, hold the breath. Now breathe in some more. And then let it go. All of that tension, anything you need to dissolve, do that one more time. Breathe in some more. Let it go. So forward folds are more intense for our back now. Can we lean forward a little bit? Use your hands like little feet and just stop when you feel a pull. Hopefully you won't feel a pull. And then just sway a little bit side to side. So keep the heart lifted. We're really creating space in the lower back. If it's comfortable, just walk to your left. Let the heart come over the left knee. And then extend your left fingertips away from you as you tuck the chin. So breathing all the way down to the left hip. So right now, your lower left back is probably feeling a little bit tighter. That's where we're breathing, our left kidney. And in Chinese medicine, all back issues are kidney issues. Again, very interesting connection there. Let's slowly come up, pause at the top, take a breath. And then just lean back as you recross your shins. So we're going to do the same thing now on side two. If your back's okay, you can raise the arms up. If not, keep them down. Inhale, heart rises. Exhale, lean forward, hands come onto the ground, and we just sway a little bit, creating space in the lower back. And then we walk towards the left knee this time, extend the right arm, other way. So extend that right arm away from you, deep, deep breath. And slowly, slowly come up to stand. Come up to sit. And now let's circle. So circling the lower back can really ease out any pain. Just take a few circles one way. And then change the direction of your circles. Draw the belly in. You might be moving the neck too. And then come to stillness. Make sure the shoulders stack over the hips, head over shoulders, and breathe into the whole body. In fact, take your hands to your lower back, place them on your kidneys and breathe into your hands. When we are in pain, we shallow breathe. Give yourself time to really feel the breath going there. And in the ancient text, there's a phrase where the awareness goes, the energy flows. So we're sending our energy to the lower back. And now let's come on to all fours. So we're going to do little stuff now that helps loosen our back, beginning with cat and cow. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. As you exhale, dove into the upper back as you tuck the chin. Do that 3 or 4 more times with your breath. So you have the volume control here. You know how your back is. It might be that you stay with this, or you might loosen it a little bit more. As you inhale, you drop your hips, you lift the heart. And as you exhale, you sit back onto the heels. This is just going to loosen it up some more. Inhale, forward, all fours, drop the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, round back onto the heels. So just a few more of those. Again, you choose whether you take a slightly more gentle cat and cow, or just a little bit more oomph. And then come to what we call neutral spine, where we lift the lower belly up. Now, when we have back pain, we really need to strengthen our core. So just notice if you let your belly hang, can you really consciously pull the tummy in? Now, this is a really good one for the back. Take your leg behind you and just have a little look at the camera. Make sure your heel is in line with your hip and your toes are facing down. So don't lift the leg too high. Now, consciously lengthen from the belly of the right thigh to the heel and pull the tummy in. So this is really tractioning out the lower back. And then just circle the ankle, actually. Let's just do that in the joints. Lift the heart, lift the chest, pull the tummy in. Keep pressing into that right heel as you take one more deep breath. And now let's take that right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. So coming into hips again. As you come up onto fingertips, circle that right hip. So tight hips means less space for the spine to be mobile. So again, we're just making that connection. And now press your left hand into the ground as we sweep the right arm up into a twist. So right arm rises. You might lift your left knee up if you wish. Just pause there, breathing in. Not going for huge fancy poses today. It's all about loosening up the back. And now as that right hand comes down, we're going to go sideways. So the feet are parallel. And we're just going to walk towards our left foot and then walk back to the right foot. Go slow if you can. Again, just stretching our hips to ease out the back. And then as you come back to the front, let's just take the foot back and we're coming into downward facing dog. Now, again, if your back is painful, you stay on all fours. Down dog is all about long back. So take the feet pretty wide today, wider than the hips. Bend the knees, lift your sit bones up and press the heart towards your thighs. And then pedal out your feet. So again, this is creating space in the lumbar spine where those discs are. Pause, take a breath, bring the feet slightly into hip width now and come forward to a plank, unless this hurts, in which case drop the knees. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. So go in a kind of watery way now. Inhale forward, drop the knees, come all the way back to dog. So kind of wave-like motions. Pull the tummy in as you come forward. Keep it pulled in as you come back. And then pause in downward facing dog, making your arms as long as possible and take a full breath in. And if your back's really painful today, just build up to this. Just be gentle. Let's drop back down onto the knees. So spread those hands wide. Draw your belly in. We're taking the left leg back. We want it in a long line with the toes down. And then feel like you're making a footprint with that left foot as you gaze forward. Deep breath. Now another deep breath. And take that left foot to the outside of the hands. And again, we're circling. So press into the feet. Again, our feet are shock absorbers for the body. So we really want to use them to protect our back. Right hand presses down, left arm lifts, coming into a little twist. Draw the tummy in as your heart rises and take 2 full breaths. Left hand comes down. Let's go back again to the right foot. So coming sideways on, swaying from foot to foot, super slowly. When our hands are on the ground, we're stretching. If we lift the hands up, we're strengthening. So you might take your hands to prayer, see what your body wants today. And then when we come back to the front, we're going to sweep that left leg back and come into downward facing dog. Pause in downward facing dog as you press the floor away, ease those heels down and breathe into the whole body. Inhale forwards into plank pose. Let's drop onto the knees now and roll onto the earth. And as we come down onto the earth, we're going to take a sphinx pose, which is a more gentle back bend. Elbows under your shoulders. Just feel like you're pressing the pubic bone down as you lift the heart and chest, and breathe in as if you're broadening across the chest. Now close your eyes so you can get more of a sense. Can you feel like you're pulling your heart between your armpits? So there's traction in the back now. It should never be spasming or painful. Just breathe in. You will feel something though. Now, for anyone in back pain, this is where we stay today. If you haven't got back pain, you might come into some cobras. So squeeze those hands, slide those hands by the upper ribs, press into the hands, and as you breathe in, lift the heart. As you breathe out, come back down again. Do 2 more of those. This time we stay, maybe a little higher. Take a full breath in. And exhale, come down. And we're going to stretch where we just strengthened there. So come back onto all fours, tuck your chin, and just take the pose of cat, angry cat. Just stay here as you breathe into the back. And come back. So we're going to come to stand now. We're going to lift up into dog, or you might just walk forward. Keep the knees bent softly as you walk towards the front of the mat. And forward folds are much more demanding for our back than back bends. So you might choose to take your hands on your thighs like me and look forward. Or again, if your back's okay with it, you might just hold on to alternate elbows and sway. And the more we bend the knees, the kinder it is to the back. So remember, this is a practice of kindness. We're not being vicious. And now let's come into a modified chair pose. So feet hip width apart, big toes can touch or not. Just see what happens to your body. Bend your knees and take your hands to the thighs and press the thighs down as you lift your chest up. Sink a little deeper. So this is strengthening our back again here. And you might add the arms and lift them up if that really is serving you. So take a breath. And stand. And take the hands to prayer. Just take a moment now into this Tadasana pose. And Tadasana means the mountain. So coming back into that shape we took on the ground now. Lift your left knee up to the sky. Flex the foot. You can always hold on to the sofa or a wall. We're going to come into a standing pigeon. So another really good one for the back. Maybe your hands will rest on the foot and the knee. Lengthen the spine forward and breathe into the lower back. One more breath. Now lift up that left knee, just hug in. So this is really helping to traction the spine and lift the heart, lift the chest. Wobbles are welcome. And now we're going to step it back into warrior two. So the left heel is in line with the arch, the front heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. We take those arms out wide and gaze forward to the middle finger of your front hand. Breathe in, touch the fingers overhead, straight leg. Exhale, ground the energy. Do that 2 more times. So just a short standing sequence just to ease out the back. So one of the best poses for our back is triangle. So ever so slightly hop your back foot in. Take your left hand to your lower back. Slide the right hand just below your knee. And now lean back into that hand. Can you breathe where your left hand rests? So again, the left kidney area. And if you feel okay, you might let that left arm float towards the sky. Draw the tummy in and really press into the feet. Lift up your thighs into the pelvis. And if you can, you might look to the left thumb. One more deep breath. And then look down to the ground. Bend the right knee. Let's come into reverse warrior. Left hand to the thigh. Right arm reaches to the sky and take a deep breath. And sink deeper into that right knee. One more breath. And let's come up. And taking your hands to your hips, we're going to step the back foot in to meet the front foot. And just take a moment. Take hands to lower back, actually. Again, just breathe into the hands. And let this breath be the deepest. So the connection with breath and pain management is huge. So weight shifts into the left foot now. We lift up the right knee, traction the spine as we lift it up. Now flex the foot and take it just above the left knee. Hands rest on the knee and the foot. We breathe as we lengthen the spine. And then we lift the right knee and we're tractioning the spine. Draw that right knee and find your balance. Maybe it's not there today. And we take the foot round. Warrior two. Arms out wide, deep bend in the front knee. And reach into the fingertips. Take 3 deep breaths. And again, if you can, always directing the breath to the lower back for this practice. And then straighten that left leg. Let's come into Trikonasana. So right hand to lower back, the right kidney. Lean forward with the left fingers and take them just below the knee and roll the right shoulder back. So gaze to the sky. You might be happy with the right hand resting on the back. That can be quite comforting. Or it lifts. 3 deep breaths. Okay, where can you feel the breath? Gaze to the front foot, bend into warrior two, reverse your warrior, left hand rises, breathing into the left side body. And come forward, hands to hips. Step the back foot in to meet the front foot. And again, just pause now, feel the back. And we're going to come through a vinyasa. You can always do this with the knees drop. Breathing in, arms rise. Breathing out, we float towards the earth. Breathe into a flat back. Breathing out, we take downward facing dog. And again, press the floor away, press the hips up. Take 3 deep breaths. Keep bending the knees. That's where we're really going to create space in the back. Come forward to a plank pose. Lower to the ground. Breathe your way up into a baby cobra. Exhale, come down. And then just take your left ear to the ground and your hands are like in a cactus shape. And we're just going to move the right knee out to the side. So just pause here, a little bit of a very gentle hip stretch. Option 1 is to stay here, depending on your back. Option 2 is to see if you can reach around with your right hand to grab the left foot. And we ease that left foot towards you. So we're coming into a little quadricep stretch. Release that left leg. Straighten the right leg behind you. Shake everything out. And let's do that side too. So we bend the left knee. We take the right ear down. Maybe we reach round and grab onto that foot. So tight quadriceps also pull our back. So everything's connected. So just 2 or 3 more breaths. And release. And come back to the belly. Press into the ground, either sphinx or once again a baby cobra. Breathing in. Breathing out, come down. And then come back to down dog or all fours. You choose. And as you come back, just take a moment there to breathe. And once again, we take the right leg up. Now, if you're doing this on all fours, remember it's level with the hip. Deep breath in. Lift your left heel, gaze forward. This time, take the right foot between the hands. And as you breathe in, sweep yourself up. Hold on to the hips. Just do a little bit of a bounce there. So again, if your body is really achy in back pain, keep the hands there. Otherwise, sweep them up to the sky and take a big, deep breath. And then without thinking too much, we're going to shift the weight into that right foot. And once again, lift that left knee. See if you can reach for the sky. And then reach round to hold on to the left ankle. So we hold on with the left hand this time. So again, another little baby back bend, a little baby dancer. We might stay here, or we might start to kick the foot back and take the chest forward as we lift the right arm. And there's no good or bad choice. Just take a breath. Come upright once again. Hands to hip. Step back to pyramid pose. So pyramid pose, we have 2 straight legs and the hips are facing forward. So again, just stretching the hamstrings. Breathe in as you grow tall. And then come forward, but halfway only. So again, this might be the best place to stop if your back's hurting today, or you might take your fingers to the floor or to a couple of books. Press that left heel down into the ground and breathe in. And as you breathe out, just soften, release, let go. 2 more breaths. So we're almost done. We're just going to do that on the other side now. Rebend the right knee. Press your hands into the floor. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Pause in downward facing dog. From all fours or downward dog, breathe in as you lift the left leg. Exhale, take the foot between the hands. Press down into both feet as you rise up. So hands to hips, arms to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, drop deeper. 1 more breath. And let's lift up. So again, tractioning that right knee in, lengthen the spine. Maybe you reach around and hold the ankle. So option 1, you stay upright. Option 2, maybe you start to come forward. Just keep breathing. Gently come up. Let's step back for pyramid pose. So the heels are in line, almost like they're on a tightrope, but the right toes face out to the side. We grow tall as we inhale. And as we exhale, we come to a fold. And just pause. Just notice if your back's changed or shifted over the duration of this practice. And then again, take the hands either side. We're just going to come into down dog. We're just going to do little shakes, little bounces with the knees. And then we are going to come into child's pose. So if you have a tight lower back, you might choose to keep your knees together, or actually just try both. So knees together is an option. Also knees wide. It's going to be a bit more of a hip stretch. So which one really helps you in your back? And wherever you are, just stay there. Press that forehead into the earth. And breathe all the way down to where your kidneys are in the lower back. And there is a theory that we get back pain when we're more stressed, when we're doing more, taking on too much. So our body tells stories. Our lower back is where the base chakra is. So when we don't feel grounded or secure or safe, our lower back will tell us that story. So just softening, deepening. Perhaps as you breathe out, repeat to yourself, I am safe. And take 2 more deep breaths. And when we connect to the earth and feel it beneath us, we can remind ourselves that the earth is there and the earth is supporting us. So again, we take our time now to come up. Gently, gently sit up. We're crisscrossing the ankles. And we're going to come up to a seat. Just extend that left leg away from you now and bend the right knee and use your hands to lengthen your spine. Grow very tall. And then let the right knee drop out to the side. We're going to take this left hand and slide it towards the left ankle as the right hand comes onto our right kidney. And then roll that right shoulder back. Drop your left ear as you lean towards the left. See if you can feel your breath beneath the right hand. And again, depending on your back today, it might be nicer to keep the hand here, or it might be that you lift the right arm up and take it over your ear. And we breathe. Breathe in as we rise up. And just pause at the top, take a breath to reset. And then let's change sides. So the right leg comes out, the left leg comes in. We bend the knee, we interlace to help us elongate the spine. And then we slide that right hand away from you. Let the left leg drop out to the side. And again, maybe left hand starts on the lower back or kidney. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys, this area is where we store all of our fear. Just again, fears around the security again. All root chakra issues. And now let's step that left arm all the way up and over, breathing in, breathing out, softening the face, the shoulders, the jaw. And come back again. Pause at the top and extend the left leg away from you. So going back onto our backs where we began a short time ago, bring those knees in towards your chest and take the arms out wide. We're going to bring the knees over to the right. If your back doesn't like this, shift the hips a little bit to the left and then look over the left shoulder. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And twists are really good just to ease out the spine. Make sure the knees are level with the waist or lower. And then slowly come up. Shift the hips back to center or maybe even a little bit towards the right as the knees drop to the left. And then we look over the right shoulder. And come back to center. So as we come into our resting shape, again, if you have back pain, I would advise that you keep the knees bent. Otherwise, you can extend the legs. And just take one hand to heart, one hand to the tummy. Tuck the chin, let the knees touch. Just take 2 to 3 breaths here. And again, a reminder of that opening quote, this very body we have with its aches and pleasures is exactly what we need to be fully human, fully awake, fully alive. So checking in if the sensations in your body have changed since we began. So we're going to close the practice here for those watching this. I advise and invite you to rest for as long as you can. Namaste.